Hey, what's going on there, YouTube? Marcus Levy, the Angry Ranter, here for the 25th vlog in the Ranter Vlog series on the most beautiful day I have seen in all of 2019. Plus 20, not a friggin' cloud in the sky at all. Gorgeousness. Absolute gorgeousness. Yeah, I could definitely do that because I'm holding my phone with a pop socket on the back now. So that sort of outward flick before would not have worked as well. So, exactly as I promised yesterday, I'm going to be talking today about my 2 iPhone system and specifically why I think that's going to work for me in a minimalist sense. First off, I want to mention that we hit our first sort of negative milestone. It took me until literally the 25th video that I posted, vlog 24 yesterday. We hit our first ever dislike. And I guess somebody unsubscribed. You know, it's one of those things. If I was up at like 1.2 mil, I wouldn't notice if somebody unsubscribed. But when you're at 7, I definitely notice when somebody unsubscribes. So, the faster and sooner we can get that back, the better. And climb towards our first goal of 10. And remember, still the goal is 100. And then I'll purchase that recording software. Kind of a little incentive. Alright, so a 2 iPhone system. So let me explain exactly why I feel that I kind of need to do this. Well, first off, if I have any American viewers who are tuning in, I've had somebody suggest to me in the our iPhone Reddit, well, I don't know what the subreddit. Sorry, that was the word. Yeah, it was slipping my mind. I am post 12-hour shift after all. Somebody in the our iPhone subreddit told me that I should get on the iPhone upgrade plan. But we don't have that in this country. So I kind of had to create my own. So what I've done by getting a phone that's a much older model and is potentially being discontinued after iOS, when iOS 13 comes out in September. And by allowing myself to essentially, go back through my carrier, which is Kudo, and basically upgrade my phone to just the model that comes after this, which by the time I've had this phone for a year will be just as old as this phone was when I purchased it, thus making the phone the same per month value paid onto the tab. Essentially, by the time I go to get myself an iPhone 7, since I pay $15 a month into a tab on this phone, plus my $75 a month plan, yeah, Canadians get ripped for their friggin' plans. But but in a sense, it's kind of like my mini version of the upgrade program. Eventually, I'll get a chance to sort of work with the current and newer tech and stuff like that, and newer upgrades. But I'm going to take my time with it. That's okay. But essentially, by the time I upgrade, the phone that will then be as old as this one was when I purchased it will be valued at the same, because it'll be the same number of years old. So I'll be more than willing to pay off the half tab that's left, roughly $180, in order to basically own this one and then have a new daily driver. And I'm going to start doing that. But now, why 2 iPhones? And then how does that play into minimalism? Well, if you remember the Minimalism Part 2 vlog, which was, I think, number 15, I talk about living more deliberately. And what I want to do is basically take my SIM card out of the 6S and put it into the 7. But not retire the 6S. But have social media and any phone games that I have on my 6S, but with no data plan connected to it. So essentially, in some small sense, it becomes a glorified iPod Touch. And then only productivity applications, and a few others that I'll decide, along with texting and FaceTime and all those other stuff, will be available on my iPhone 7. So essentially, the 7 will be, a phone being used as a phone, and the 6S will be a phone being used as an iPod Touch, in essence. And the reason for this is so that I stop finding myself hopping onto social media without doing the thinking first, without saying, okay, I'm going to deliberately go on social media right now and post, instead of, sitting there idling on my phone. I'll have to either A, plan my internet use when I'm out and take my 6S into a place where there's public Wi-Fi. Of course, I'll be carrying both phones with me, but I will on purpose make it so that the 7 will not have those applications downloaded on it. And because I'm kind of lazy once I've set up into changing a system entirely once I've put it in place, I'm not going to want to go through the process of downloading it on my 7 and then logging in, and it's unnecessary. So instead, I'll just set up this device to have it. And if while I'm out, I'm somewhere where I need to use data, but I want to check social media and stuff like that, then I have to put in the work to hotspot from my 7 to the 6S. So the 6S can use the Wi-Fi, so you can use data through the 7. So they are going to be trusted devices to each other. And then, of course, when it's done, turn off, Wi-Fi. But the 6S will still be a very functional phone. It's just, it will be for more of, if I'm relaxing and stuff, that's the other thing. If I'm deliberately, relaxing and chilling or whatever, and I'm on my phone, then I'm on my phone. And I'm not worrying about text messages or conversations getting in the way of the relaxation. There's a separate device that all of that stuff is happening on, instead of on the same device. Now, I know somebody could be like, well, if you just want to kind of social media and games, just get a cheaper phone to do all of your stuff. Like, why pay all the money and upgrade to the iPhone 7? Because I love the iPhone lineup, and I have nothing against it. And I'm, turning more and more Apple sheep by the day kind of thing. You guys remember all the way back in vlog number 1 when I talked about my AirPods. And I'm definitely in the hunt for some Gen 2 AirPods, because I'm having some small latency issues, which I did talk about in that same vlog, AirPod problems. So that's just it. It's all about trying to live a little bit more deliberately. And I think it'll work. Actually, I know it'll work. Comment below your thoughts. And if you have any ideas on how to live a little bit more deliberately, comment below. Please like and subscribe and help us gain that subscriber back. Share this video on all platforms, ring that bell for notifications. Check me out on Twitter at Levy_Marcus, on Instagram at TheAngryRanter2019. And of course, a new episode of The Angry Ranter Show coming to all of y'all on the internet on Tuesday, where I'm going to talk about fair weather friends. It's titled, Fare Ye Well, I Do Not Care. Where I'm going to basically describe and go through exactly what fair weather friends are, and basically the signs of a fair weather friend, what to do if you suspect that someone you know may or may not be fair weather. All that jazz. But it is just going to be my voice again, so we're going to have a good time. All right, guys. Peace out till tomorrow.